Young and the Restless predictions. Adam torn and Nick needs some loving. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Belinda Gates Turner, June 18, 2024. Young and the Restless predictions show Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins. Susan Walters will be the focus of next week. I&R teases intense drama as Victor steers Adam in a troubling direction, and Nick reconsiders his relationship with ex Sharon Newman. Will this lead to another disaster for both of them? Nikki Newman's patience is tested as her husband Victor involves himself in clandestine dealings that could lead to damaging consequences. Next, the spotlight shifts to Claire Newman, who might be harboring resentment towards her siblings. Will she be able to let it go? Finally, Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins' marriage is on shaky grounds. This adds another layer to the intricate narrative. This episode promises to continue delivering the gripping storylines and character dynamics that the audience loves. These Young and the Restless predictions from Belinda are always based on official opera spoilers and recent episode drama. You can get daily updates 7 days a week on all your favorite operas right here. As The Young and the Restless continues to capture the hearts of millions, fans are already speculating about the future of the Newman family, particularly the dynamics involving Adam and Nick. With power struggles, romantic entanglements, and unresolved emotional tension, Geno City is bracing for more fireworks. In this in-depth analysis, we take a closer look at what lies ahead for Adam, who is caught in a fierce inner conflict, and Nick, who is desperately in need of some emotional comfort and love. The stage is set for some pivotal moments, and as always, no one is safe from the drama that will undoubtedly rock their worlds. If you thought you knew what was coming, think again. Here's what you can expect in the coming months as these beloved characters face challenges that will reshape their futures. Adam Newman's struggle, torn between power and family. Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, has always been a character defined by conflict, his search for redemption, his desire for power, and the complicated relationships he has with his family. Recently, Adam has seemed to be on a path of self-improvement, particularly in his efforts to carve out a positive role for himself at Newman Enterprises. He's grown more strategic, and although he's tried to put the past behind him, old wounds still run deep, especially when it comes to his father, Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and his half-brother Nick, Joshua Morrow. The tension between Adam and Nick has always been palpable, and although they've had moments of collaboration, their rivalry never truly fades. In fact, Adam finds himself in an increasingly precarious position, torn between two conflicting forces: his ambition and his desire to finally be seen as worthy of his father's legacy, and his need to repair the fractured relationships with his family, particularly Nick. Adam's ambition has always been a double-edged sword. On one hand, it drives him to succeed in ways that no one expects of him, sometimes even surpassing his family's expectations. On the other hand, it often pushes him to make decisions that distance him from those he loves. Recently, Adam has been playing the game at Newman Enterprises, outmaneuvering his siblings in an attempt to prove that he's capable of leading the family business. But it's clear that the more he succeeds in business, the more he alienates those closest to him. As the company's future hangs in the balance, Adam's ambition may start to lead him down a darker path, one where the pursuit of power threatens to permanently sever his ties with his loved ones. But even as he becomes more entrenched in his role at Newman, Adam's conscience continues to gnaw at him. He knows that he cannot continue to pursue his goals at the expense of his family, but old habits die hard. The question remains, will Adam choose his career over his family, Or will he finally allow himself to open up and rebuild the relationships he's sacrificed over the years? Prediction: Adam will be forced to choose. As the next few months unfold, expect Adam to be faced with a major decision that will test his loyalty to his family. Victor will undoubtedly pressure Adam to take more drastic measures in securing his position within the company, especially as Newman Enterprises faces an external threat. Adam will soon realize that his quest for power is slowly suffocating him emotionally, and he will have to make a choice: either continue down the road of cutthroat competition with Nick and the rest of his family, or step back and rebuild the fractured bonds with those he cares about. Look for a dramatic moment where Adam will have to choose between solidifying his position at Newman Enterprises, thereby further distancing himself from his family, or giving up his career aspirations to salvage the relationship with his father and half-brother. While the allure of power is difficult for Adam to resist, a personal crisis, potentially involving a major health scare for Victor, could shake Adam to his core, forcing him to confront his deepest emotional struggles and his complicated need for validation. This will be a defining moment for Adam, one that will not only impact his future at Newman Enterprises, but also shape his personal relationships for years to come. Nick Newman, a man in search of love and stability. While Adam grapples with the complexities of power and family, Nick Newman is grappling with a more personal crisis: his ongoing search for love and fulfillment. Although Nick has had his fair share of romantic relationships over the years, he has never quite found the lasting happiness he craves. He's been burned by love multiple times, and as he approaches his middle years, Nick is finding it harder and harder to remain optimistic about his chances of finding true happiness. For years, Nick's love life has been defined by tumultuous relationships, none more dramatic than his marriages to Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. Both relationships were filled with passion and conflict, but they ultimately crumbled under the weight of betrayal, lies, and misunderstandings. Despite their deep connections, neither Sharon nor Phyllis could give Nick the emotional stability he desperately needed. And now, after a failed relationship with Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, Nick finds himself once again alone and vulnerable. While Nick has been a loving father to his children, Christian in faith, and remains deeply invested in his family, the emotional void in his life is undeniable. Nick's desire for companionship and genuine emotional connection has become his top priority, and it's clear that he won't settle for anything less than true love. However, finding that kind of love in a town as small as Genoa City isn't easy, especially when he's surrounded by people from his past who either hurt him or who he cannot fully trust. Prediction: Nick will seek love in unlikely places. As Nick struggles with loneliness and the desire to find someone who truly understands him, he will begin to look for love in unexpected places. A new romantic interest may come into Nick's life, someone who is completely different from his usual partners, offering him the stability and emotional depth he craves. This potential new relationship will not only challenge Nick's views on love, but also force him to confront the emotional scars he's been carrying from his past relationships. This person will help Nick explore a side of himself that he's neglected for years: his vulnerability, his need for emotional support, and his desire to be nurtured in a way he's never experienced before. At the same time, Nick's past will continue to haunt him. Sharon will always hold a special place in Nick's heart, and the possibility of rekindling something with her remains a possibility, albeit a complicated one. Will Nick be able to move on from the ghosts of his past relationships, or will he find himself falling back into old habits? Sharon's ongoing emotional struggles with her ex-husband, Ray Roselle's Jordi Villasuso, and her complex feelings toward Nick will only add fuel to the fire. It's clear that Nick's future in love is uncertain, but one thing is for sure: he won't give up on the idea of finding someone who truly loves him for who he is. The dynamic between Adam and Nick, a tug of war for family and power. While Adam and Nick are facing separate emotional battles, their relationship with one another will inevitably come to a head in the coming months. The brothers have been on opposite sides of the power struggle within Newman Enterprises for years, but as Adam's ambition grows and Nick seeks stability in his personal life, their rivalry will intensify in unexpected ways. Both men are desperate for their father's approval, but they go about it in very different ways. Adam's need to prove himself to Victor leads him down a dangerous path of manipulation and deceit, while Nick's desire for his father's love and respect leads him to be more earnest and vulnerable in his pursuit of family unity. As the stakes at Newman Enterprises rise and Victor's health begins to show signs will find themselves in direct competition for control of the family business and for their father's legacy. Prediction: Adam and Nick's rivalry will reach new heights. The rivalry between Adam and Nick will take center stage as the two brothers clash over the future of Newman Enterprises. Expect moments of heated confrontation as both men struggle for dominance within the company. Their mutual desire for power will result in a fierce competition, one that could fracture their already fragile relationship. However, at the same time, Adam and Nick will be forced to confront their deep-rooted emotional wounds. Their shared history of rivalry, jealousy, and betrayal will come to light, and the brothers will have to decide whether they want to continue fighting for control or find a way to work together for the good of the family. The ultimate question remains, will Adam and Nick ever reconcile their differences, or will their rivalry tear the Newman family apart? Conclusion: new beginnings and unanswered questions. As the drama continues to unfold in Genoa City, Adam and Nick will both face difficult choices and emotional crossroads. Adam's struggle between power and family, and Nick's search for love and emotional fulfillment will keep viewers hooked as they try to navigate their complicated lives. The future of Newman Enterprises, the fate of their relationships, and their paths to personal redemption will be at the heart of the show's ongoing storylines. Whether Adam will finally learn to prioritize family over ambition, or whether Nick will find the love and stability he's been longing for, one thing is certain: The Young and the Restless will continue to deliver drama, passion, and heartache in the weeks and months to come. Stay tuned, because the Newmans are far from done. This is a dramatic and speculative piece based on The Young and the Restless, focusing on Adam's inner turmoil and Nick's quest for love. Would you like me to develop another character or storyline, or dive deeper into the prediction?